this is Sam here from RecipeThis.com and the voice behind the popular Kitchen Gadgets podcast, Magic with Gadgets. Today I want to show you how to make a delicious lasagna soup using the Ninja Foodi slow cooker function. This will work with any slow cooker, but we love the fact that with the Ninja Foodi we can saute the onions first in the pot and then put everything together in one pot without having to fry something in a frying pan or have to go away from just a one pot meal. So this is one of those delicious ones that is just so easy for you to cook at home using your slow cooker. So for ingredients, it's pretty obvious really. We've got some minced beef or ground beef if you're in the US. We've got some passata. We've got some pasta sauce as well. Tin tomatoes, olive oil, garlic and tomato puree, some salt and pepper, mixed herbs, basil, and some lasagna sheets for chopping up and putting into your soup. And also we'll also be adding some cheese in later as well. And I've also diced some onion ready to go in as well. So it's a nice mixture of ingredients. You probably got most of this in. When we were shopping for this recipe, we only really needed to get the lasagna sheets. So you've got quite a lot of pantry staples here, and it's a good opportunity to use up those canned tin tomatoes that you've got hanging around, your passata or an old pasta sauce that you forgot about. So it's brilliant for just having as an all-in-one. So I'm just going to move the ingredients out of the way and then we can get the cooking pot going. So the first thing you need to do is turn on your cooking pot, put it on a saute. It takes a little bit to warm up. So whilst you're waiting, you can be chopping the onion and getting it in the pot and then adding in the olive oil, and then you know it's got going once you hear a sizzle. Then grab yourself a wooden spoon, give the onion a stir. And then you can wait until you hear it starting to sizzle. Right, now we're starting to sizzle. Give your onions a good mix. They'll be starting to have some lovely colour on them now. And now what we can do next is we can add in the mince. So I'm using a 500 gram pack here. So next you can add in your other ingredients. So we have some tin tomatoes. So add in your passata. Get some more out of that. And then next you can add in your purees. Tomato puree. Add in as much or as little as you like. I prefer to add about a heaped tablespoon. And then the same again for your garlic. And then it's time to add in your herbs. So I've got some mixed herbs. And then we've got some basil. Salt, generous seasoning of salt. Same again for your pepper. And then you've got, that is your main ingredients that we're going to put the slow cooker on for. So just give it a good stir. It'll just look right now like an uncooked bolognese. But we're going to be adding in more ingredients later. We're going to be putting it on first for a 3 hour slow cook. And then it's nicely stirred. The wooden spoon out and the lid can go down now, and then it can go on slow cook. But we found with the Ninja Foodi that it only does a decent job on slow cook if we use the pressure cook lid. So let me turn it around and get it going for you. So the slow cooker with the lasagna soup has done its initial 3 hours. So now you've got your lovely cooked mince, you've got all your flavours going on, and now you want to transform it into an actual soup. And of course you're probably wondering, we haven't added the lasagna yet, so now it's turn to add in these extra ingredients. So it's really simple because there's only 3 new ingredients to add. You've got your pasta sauce, lasagna sheets and your grated cheese. And now let me tell you about the lasagna sheets. This actually started off as a Jamie Oliver trend long before people were getting into social media, and when the only way you watched cooking was through watching him on Channel 4. And what he used to show you how to do is so many different ways to use lasagna sheets and to chop them up, buy them fresh, and then you had multiple uses for them throughout the week. But they're brilliant for a lasagna soup because you can grab a pack of these. You can cut them up with some scissors and then you can load them into your soup, and they're just brilliant. So I'm just going to get it open and then I can show you what I'm talking about. So, pack of lasagna sheets. So you just grab them like that with a pair of scissors and then you just chop them like that. So then you end up with lots of pieces of lasagna, but you can also, if you'd rather, you can go for longer bits. So you could also go like this instead, and then you've got longer pieces of lasagna. It's just totally up to you. And then you can do it directly over the slow cooker as well. I was just showing you how it's done. And then you can just do this for a full packet, or you can do half a packet depending on how much pasta you would like in this recipe. And this is also brilliant for your leftovers as well. And then, so that is, let me have a look, 250 grams worth of lasagna, so a good amount. And then let's add in a bunch of cheese. And then, of course, the pasta sauce. You can use this or you can make your own. It totally depends on you, what you prefer. So a full jar of it. These are 500 gram jars, and then we're going to refill it, and then refilling it just gives you a little bit more liquid, and you can give it a really good shake, and then you can get rid of the bits that are stuck, and then you haven't got any waste. So then that gives you a good quantity going in there, and then spoon in and then give everything a really good mix. I want to separate a few of those bits of pasta as well so they don't stick together when the slow cooker goes back on. And this recipe is a favourite in our house. You know, they were all arguing over who was getting the last bit of the lasagna soup because it's just one of those amazing all-in-ones. There you go. It's had a good mix. And now we can put it back on. Oh, a little bit more cheese on top, of course. For another hour, just to cook the lasagna. And another benefit here is we're using fresh lasagna and it cooks quicker than dried, so that's also good. So I'm going to put it back on for another hour, slow cook on high, and we can come back and see how it's doing. So the slow cooker lasagna soup has done its time. The cheese is perfectly melted on top as well, and we just love it like that. So it's ready now for tucking into. But what I love is to give it a garlic bread topping. Just get some of your favourite garlic bread baguettes and load them over your lasagna soup. And then they're perfect for dunking it in to your lasagna. I mean, who doesn't love garlic bread? I mean, it's a serious addiction of mine. And just getting some prepared garlic bread and then across the top like this. So you like you're decorating the top of it. Really easy to do. You can also use the really big slices as well if you prefer. That end bit's a bit big, so I'm just going to go straight in with the next one. And then I can take an end to fill in that small gap there. Look at that, that's all your garlic bread for on top of your lasagna soup. I mean, isn't that amazing? Especially if you love the garlic bread. So next, we're going to put the lid down. We're going to cook the garlic bread on top of the slow cooker lasagna soup, and then it'll all be ready at the same time. And that's the reason why I cook this recipe in the Ninja Foodi, because it has the saute for the onion at the start of the recipe. It's a slow cooker so I can make the soup, and it's also got an air fry button. And with this being the air fryer lid, let's put it down now. And you want to be, first of all, going to the air fryer function, and then once you've gone to the air fryer function, you want to be setting the temperature to 180 Celsius, that's 360 Fahrenheit, and the cooking time to just 8 minutes. and then press start. And we've beeped. Oh, garlic bread. Come to me, garlic bread. I love you. Oh, isn't that brilliant? And that's just how great it is when you've got a Ninja Foodi, the fact that you can put something on top, air fry it, and go from slow cooking to air frying. You know, just think of if you wanted some melted cheese on something, maybe you want a crumble topping, you know, there's just so many opportunities there. Or check out, if you like a pie, check out our chicken pot pie recipe for the Ninja Foodi, because that is another great where we've put the pastry on afterwards, and we've got quite a lot of pies where we've made the stew first, topped it with pastry to make it into a pie. So it's now had a chance to cool a little bit, so let's check out the garlic bread topped lasagna soup. Oh wow, who doesn't love garlic bread? And look at that, isn't that beautiful? That's brilliant. Nothing better than dunking some garlic bread in. And you know, if you think about it, how often do you have garlic bread and lasagna? This is just a great new take on it. Look at how beautiful and thick the lasagna soup is. That is just so nice. Oh, and it's just so delicious. So just think of the garlic bread that you buy from the supermarket, and next time top it over a nice soup like this and you won't regret it. Have you checked out Air Fryer Easy Every Day yet? It's our brand new air fryer cookbook, following on from the success of the Complete Air Fryer Cookbook. It has over 140 everyday air fryer recipes for you to follow along with at home in your air fryer. Perfect for different types of air fryers too, as it covers the air fryer oven, basket and dual air fryers, as well as some fun recipes if you're cooking for one. So what are you waiting for? Go and order yourself a copy now and you will not be disappointed. It's from 12 years of air frying. And thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to follow us on Pinterest, Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and of course you can also find us on TikTok. But best of all, head over to recipethis.com/newsletter to join our weekly newsletter. And I'm Sam, and thanks again for watching.